Hello everyone and welcome back to the GH24 News channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Portia Robinson will want to bandy Michael Corinthos coming way with Willow Corinthos, who eventually seems ready to call a armistice with Carly Spencer and do what's stylish for Michael. It looks like Portia will talk about some possible burn conventions where Michael could be transferred, but Carly will allude about a better option. Willow's going to face a significant choice, but it looks like she'll agree with Carly about this being the stylish possible place for Michael. At the Quartermaine manse, Harrison Chase will continue his sweats to get through to Tracy Quartermaine, but she'll push him to butt out and act like this doesn't concern him. Still, Tracy is about to land in some legal trouble thanks to her conduct. Martin Gray isn't done fighting back and may force Tracy to cooperate soon enough. One way or another, it looks like Willow's going to get the kiddies back, allow Michael's family to see him and get on the same runner with Carly about the fancy clinic that could reduce burn scarring. At Deception, Brooklyn Quartermaine will be surprised by some job aspirant news. It seems Lulu Spencer will apply and leave Brooklyn uneasy about the possibility of working together. Lulu will promise to be on her stylish jest. But that's a pledge she'll snappily break. Brooklyn and Lulu will buffet on Friday's occasion, so Maxie Jones may land in the middle of the conflict. Speaking of Worf in the middle of conflict, Jordan Ashford will intermediate when she finds Drew Quartermaine and Cody Bell in the middle of a fierce sweepstakes. Cody might try to shake Drew down for further plutocrat and rile him up in the process. Whatever the case, Jordan will break up the fight before it gets out of hand and eventually blast Drew for his bad jest. In recent months, at the gallery, Ava Jerome will disaccord with Rick Lansing and argue that if he can't help her, also she has to find a counsel who will. Our prognostications allude that Rick may stop Ava from going on another attorney quest and try to figure out a result to her fiscal straits. Lulu Spencer clashes. Willow Tate Corinthos makes a big decision. Plus, Tracy Quartermaine lands in hot water. Brooklyn is confused and shocked. Still, it seems that Lulu does get hired. In an exercise clip, Lulu smiles and says she's nervous, but she'll do her stylish to bear. Over with Willow, her life is fully twisting out of control. Willow seems to be hearkening to everyone differently, but what does she want? Everyone is right that Drew seems to be pulling the strings. Willow has always been compassionate. So, it does feel cruel for Willow to not allow Michael Corinthos' family see him. Also, Willow allowed. A deal was made, only to still not have her children. With Nina Reeves obliging Willow, what will be coming? Willow makes a big decision, but what will it be? Cody Bell, to angrily defy Drew. Cody appears to be looking for a fight, so Jordan warns him not to indeed suppose about it. It's also stated that Jordan will blast Drew for his conduct. Over with Ava Jerome, she formally again turns to Rick Lansing. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermaine tells Harrison Chase to butt out. Still, it's also inferred that Tracy gets into hot water, so stay tuned. Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Friday, January? What are your prognostications for Chase, Tracy, Rick, Ava, Cody, and Jordan? What does the unborn hold for Willow, Drew, Tracy, Portia, and the rest of the Port Charles residers? Brooklyn Quartermaine and Chase haven't had any luck getting pregnant, so they've decided to both get tested to make sure that they aren't facing any real problems. Lynn meets Chase at General Hospital after his appointment and he tells her that effects went well. She asks if he's upset and he tells her that he's agitated and hopeful about having a baby. Brooklyn worries that commodity is wrong with her, and that's precluding gestation. She and Chase partake the elevator as he decides to check on Michael Corinthos in the burn unit while she goes to her appointment. Lynn meets Chase at General Hospital after his appointment and he tells her that effects went well. She asks if he's upset and he tells her that he's agitated and hopeful about having a baby. Brooklyn worries that commodity is wrong with her, and that's precluding gestation. She and Chase partake the elevator as he decides to check on Michael Corinthos in the burn unit while she goes to her appointment. Ava Jerome is at her gallery with Trina Robinson venting about all the plans that she had for her business that have to be backburnered because of her lack of plutocrat. Ava realizes that her hand is a million long hauls down and asks what's on her mind. Trina fills Ava in on the PCU game and how the media made it worse by showing Kai Taylor being knocked out over and over again. Ava realizes that there are some passions in the air and she suggests that Trina go to the sanitarium to visit Kai. Kai is now a case at General Hospital after that PCU football injury. He tells Stella Henry that a dislocated shoulder isn't going to hold him back. He says that physically he's okay, but he can't help but feel like a disappointment to his platoon. He lights up when Trina visits him. Indeed, Aunt Stella notices the sparks between them. Cody Bell is reeling from the bottle of whiskey that he drank after PCU lost the game and took all of his plutocrat on a bad bet with it. Gio Palmieri is with him at the forces, helping him to get his day started. Dante Falconeri joins them and says that he's texting Lulu Spencer and she's leaving his textbooks on read. He thinks she blames him for her son fading in Prague with her father, Valentine Cassadine. Cody reassures him that Lulu will get over it. Cody also tells Dante how all the effects that he says about Lulu now remind him of how he spoke about Brooke Lynn when they dated as teenagers. Cody seems to suppose he still has passions for Lulu. During their talk, Selena Wu shows up and Cody is upset about laying down all of his plutocrat on the PCU game. Alexis Davis has a converse with Curtis Ashford to catch up on life. She points out that he hasn't been at AA meetings, and he understands that occasionally the good effects in life can lead you back to dependence. Alexis insists that she wouldn't cheapen Sam's memory by drinking. She also says that if Drew tries to take her granddaughter to DC, she's going to fight him over it. Outside of Michael Corinthos' sanitarium room, his estranged woman, Willow Corinthos, is breaking down. Nina Reeves forces her son to take a drink of water before telling her that her kiddies are still at the Quartermaines and that Tracy Quartermaine isn't budging. Willow flips out and says that the family can't see Michael until she has her kiddies back. That's still the deal. Nina doesn't fade her son at this point. Willow is sounding more like Drew Quartermaine than herself and it's crushing Nina to hear too. She suggests that Willow stop fighting and perhaps also Sonny Corinthos and Carly Spencer will do the same. Everyone is hurting and everyone is hopeless to get to their kiddies. Nina leaves just as Chase arrives. He reassures Willow that he's her friend as she breaks down into gashes. She asks for his advice and how the situation looks to him. She's starting to notice her own patterns and how she seems to jump from one man that will save her to the coming. He suggests perhaps she's looking for a sense of belonging further than a rescuer. He says this is the perfect time for her to find herself. She calms down and understands that it's time to figure it out for herself. Carly arrives at the Quartermaines ready to do battle with Tracy. The two clash and Tracy insists that Wiley and Amelia are staying exactly where Monica Quartermaine wants them in this house. Carly reminds Tracy that they love all of the same people and she begs her to give the kiddies back so that they can get to Michael. They fight over the grandchildren, Michael, and Monica's wishes, with no agreement in sight. Tracy reminds Carly point by point, all the effects that she has put the family through for decades. Carly says that she's going upstairs to see the kiddies and Tracy tells her she can't because they're now busy. Carly tells her that still she envisions it ending. She's wrong. Chase arrives not long after Carly leaves and tells Tracy that she must give Willow her children back. Nina leaves Willow and decides to visit Ava at the gallery. She fills her in on how Willow is using guardianship of her kiddies as a log-rolling chip. She explains how Willow is under Drew's spell and doing as she's told. She's losing herself fully. Nina understands Carly's outrage at Willow's impoliteness. Ava says that it's time for Nina to tell the verity. She needs to tell Willow that she spent all of last time sleeping with Drew while he was weaving his way into her life. Moment's occasion ends with Carly arriving at the sanitarium. She comes face to face with Willow and asks why she wants to see her.